Today we are going to be talking about the 3 best crypto exchanges that you can use as a crypto noob to buy, sell, or trade any cryptocurrency. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm on a journey to 1 Bitcoin, okay? I am not your financial advisor. This is never financial advice. I'm a cowboy who gives cowboy advice, so you can't sue for that, okay? I have a little lizard brain, gorilla arms, and diamond hands exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency with a whole bunch of other cowboys. If you want to join us, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell for any updated content, and of course, give us a like button on this video. It helps grow the channel, it helps grow the community, and you could be part of that if you're just a little bit of a generous person. I'm relying on your generosity to grow this channel. Now, when I was a little bit very new to crypto, I was wondering like, okay, all these apps, I'm hearing about a Kraken, I'm hearing about all this kind of stuff, and I didn't know which exchange to use. And so there's a couple different misnomers I have to just clear up really fast. There are two different types of exchanges: a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange. For lack of using technical mumbo jumbo, a centralized exchange is like a company. They manage the exchange and they make things happen there, okay, right? So like they're the ones with the customer support. They're the one it's a business, it's a company. A decentralized exchange is that blockchain magic, okay? It's just computer algorithms and programs, and that's really for people who are already into crypto, who need to use what we call decentralized finance, DeFi, like these swaps. That I don't think is for you, and if you're wanting that, this is not the video for you. This is strictly for people who are new to crypto for noobs, and they are going to be looking at different centralized exchanges, okay? And so these are the 3 that we're talking about today. All 3 of these are great. All 3 of these, are completely fine. Like you don't have to deal with like security or any of these. And I use basically all 3 of these. I use one the most, and I'll let you know what that is in a second. The first one is Coinbase or Coinbase Pro. The second one is Binance, and the third one is Crypto.com. Okay, I'm going to be going through each one of these 3, helping you see some of the pros and cons. I really recommend you do your own research, but honestly, if you pick any of these 3, you're going to be fine. There are just some things that are a little bit distinctive for each one of these. I'm going to exclude Kraken. I don't have any experience in Kraken. I'm in the U.S. I don't use Huobi. I think Gate.io is crazy. So there's some other ones that I know they're out there, and you don't have to people don't have to bring those in. But I really recommend these 3 because I personally have experience in all these 3. So here we go. We're gonna go on my iPhone, and the reason why I like my iPhone is just I like being able to trade on my phone better than on my desktop. I don't mind trading on my desktop, but I'm always on the go. You know what I mean? I just use my phone way more. If I'm trading, like I prefer to just be on mobile, especially when I'm like hearing something's going crazy or whatever. I just like trading on my mobile phone. I did like looking on my desktop, but I didn't like being locked down to my laptop or whatever. So the first thing we're gonna go through is before we get into things, I want to just let you know some things that I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that has a lot of customer support. Something with very low fees, something with a good coin selection, right? I want like a very vast array of coins, and I want good user interface. I want it to be easy and simple. I got overwhelmed with all the numbers, and I was an experienced trader and stocks and all that, so I didn't know any of that. And so when I got into crypto, that was my first like step into like trading stocks or stockish like looking things. You know what I mean? So I wanted something simple and something user friendly. And so these are my criteria. I excluded security because honestly, all 3 of these are pretty secure. I excluded insurance because I know Coinbase Pro is insured. I'm not sure about the other ones. I think Binance is different because they have different ones. But you know what I mean? Like they're all pretty secure. So they're all very, very reputable. These 3 are among the top 3, maybe top 5 cryptocurrency exchanges in the world, centralized cryptocurrency exchanges. So let's first talk about Coinbase Pro. Coinbase Pro, if I were to score this centralized exchange, I would say the highest score it has is probably user interface. I love it's just a clean looking, it's not overwhelming to me. There's not numbers coming at me all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty good. I really like it. It's got top movers here, as you can see, and lowest gainers and stuff like that. They're coming out with a Coinbase card. it's just, you know, whenever this is coming out. I mean, I don't know, but another exchange already has this, and then it's just basically like a debit card. It just looks simple and clean and friendly and inviting, and so yeah, you could go to prices here at the bottom right, and it'll, you know, bring up the different coins that you have. There's a whole host of coin selection here. It's probably, out of these three, probably the smallest, you know, of the selections, but it's still pretty extensive. If you're in the United States, I probably recommend you go Coinbase Pro as your number one pick if you're in the United States. You know, I think it's helpful. I think it's got all the major hitters, everyone that you'd want to be in, like Polygon. Oh my gosh, is that 70 cents, guys? That that is the junk right there. VeChain at 6 cents, guys. I'm like salivating at these prices right now. Everything's down right now, which I love. So I like it. It's got Shiba Inu, so they're listing some of these popular meme coins as well. It's very good. The things that are negative about it is a very hard customer support to get to, and higher fees. I think out of the three, this has the highest fees. Now, you might not think 30 cents, $1 might not be that much, but they do add up, especially if you're buying and trading and all that kind of stuff. So I would say coin selection is fine. It's like right in the middle of the, I mean, pretty standard. User interface is very, very good. Here's your portfolio where you'd see, you know, your own. I've only got $1.23 in it, and I did have this in like way long ago, but I mean, I don't particularly use Coinbase. I don't particularly use Coinbase. So I would score it high on coin selection. No, high on user interface, medium on coin selection, and lowest on fees and customer support. Not that it's highly expensive. I'm just saying out of the three, I think it has the lowest fees. Now, the next one we're going to go to is crypto.com. Now, this is where I first started. I chose this as my first exchange, and here's the reason why. The main difference between Coinbase and crypto.com is the card. The card is the junk, man. When you have this card, and it's got only $8 on it right now, is that you could apply for, like, you could use these different cards here. Let me see here. Full card details. There you go. Like, you get 100% back, like a free Spotify thing, and this is even like one of the lowest cards. You get 2% back, cash back on and everything you spend. So if you use your debit card for everything, you're effectively giving yourself a 2% raise. You know what I'm saying? So if you get 2% back on all and every transaction, and it acts like a debit card. Okay, so it acts exactly like a debit card. You have to stake, or you have to put up, like, let's say $500 of their own token in here. I'm not going to go through the card and stuff like that. You know, all the details. This is not for that, but just know that having that card was very helpful for a time. I don't use it that much anymore, but you could see I was using it April 23rd, 28th. This is when I was first starting to get into crypto. Like in the beginning of April is really when I first started getting into crypto. So just a few months ago. So I'm still pretty noobish. And you see me, like, I bought Pokeballs, I bought Publix. You know what I mean? Like, you basically load the card up with these different cryptos, either Bitcoin or Ethereum. Like if you have Ethereum or if you have Doge, you turn it into dollar bills, what we call fiat. And you put it on there, and you load your card up, and then you get that 2% cash back on all purchases, which I think is amazing. You're effectively giving yourself a 2% raise, 3%. It goes all the way up. So as long as you stake higher, you get there are different rewards for different cards, and so yeah, I think that's very, very helpful. The last one we're gonna go through, okay, so one more time, the UI is very easy in here. I think it's very clean. I do get a little confused with this. The accounts, crypto wallet, crypto earn, there's a lot of different options, like you could stake and stuff like that. I think you could stake on I think it's just actually crypto.com. That's why I liked it. I like to stake for long-term holds, and that's what I used. Staking is just basically you put your crypto in a magic jar, and it accumulates interest for you. Which is a magic jar. Look, I don't use technical jargon here. I just use little lizard brain techniques. And so when you do that, all you have to do is like a 3-month term. See, I staked $500 worth of Bitcoin, and I earned cash back or whatever it is. So the two big things, you could do crypto earn, and you could earn money by just buying and holding. Here we go. Like if you stake Polkadot, you'd get 12% back. Bitcoin 6.5% back. You know what I mean? Look, and so this is kind of just a lot of options for long-term holders. So because of the staking and because of the card, this is why I first started out. I recommend you just using this too. Very low, standard fees, and I don't know the customer support. I never needed the customer support. I will say this, when that whole Safe Moon rally was going on, Coinbase, actually all three of these, Coinbase, Binance, and crypto.com, they kind of like, they were jamming, they were congested, they couldn't take in a lot of the trades anymore. So that is a little bit negative on all three of them. But that's crypto.com for the card and for the staking. I really like that. Now, the last one is Binance.com. Okay, so now if you are in the United States, I recommend Coinbase Pro. If you are out of the United States, I recommend Binance. And Crypto.com, you could use anywhere. I think it's like I used it. It's whatever. If you're just a strictly like brand new to the space. Now, the tricky thing about Binance is that Binance is a different exchange depending on the different countries you're in, even depending on the different state you're in, right? Like I think if you're in Jersey, you can't use, you have to use a particular type of Binance, like Binance Jersey. If you're in the United States, you have to use Binance.us. But I know Binance, you can't use Binance in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a little restricted in different places. I know that you use a different Binance in Singapore, Binance Singapore. So there's Binance Singapore, and Binance.us. So it's all over the map here. And each one has its different exchanges. So be a little careful. Like you're gonna have to do some research on whatever country you're in to see if Binance is the right move for you, because Binance.us doesn't have the same listings of coins as Binance International, the big one. And so for that reason, it's a little bit negative. If you have access to Binance.com, just the regular Binance, you have access to every single altcoin you imaginable. So which is really helpful. You know what I mean? Like you could go, there's like just a ton of altcoins on there, which is very, very, very good. I think that Crypto.com has a lot of the smaller coins, more than Binance.us. But I personally use Binance.us more. You could see my holdings are in here. The majority of my holdings. I only had $1,000 in Crypto.com, $1 in Coinbase Pro or Coinbase, and then $8,000 in here. All the rest of my other, crypto is in either wallets or being staked on decentralized exchanges. Again, that's another video for another time. But I like Binance, and the reason why I like Binance honestly is for the referral. I like the low fees. It's got the lowest fees, in my opinion, than all three of these, because you get to use your if you hold BNB, which is their native token or native coin, you're able to use that at like a 25% discount. All the major ones that I really just want to buy and hold are in here. You don't get to stake, which is unfortunate in here. But it's just, to me, it was the most user friendly. Like that to me was the big reason why I wanted to use Binance. It was the most user friendly. I could see this a lot easier. I think it's sharper. I think like right here were my favorites, where I keep them. Right here is my wallet. Right here is all the all the cryptos that are available. Here's my wallet. If you want to look at my wallet, I'm one of those YouTubers who isn't shy about showing off their wallet. This might be a lot of money for you. This might be a little money for you, but this is, it's in no way I feel like it reflects who I am as like a value or whatever. And so yeah, it's pretty basic, pretty straightforward. I just thought it was the easiest one for me to use. I like being able to switch this to like my Binance Smart Chain to different wallets and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, this video has gone long enough. These are the exchanges. I recommend Crypto.com for myself, because I use that first. It has the most functions or usabilities between the three of these. Coinbase Pro if you're in the United States, and Binance if you're outside of the United States. Be a little careful there, and Binance.us is very limited. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you're stepping into this new crypto world, check out my other videos and join the Telegram, because there's a whole bunch of bigger brain, alien brain guys in there who know a lot more about crypto than I do, and so we just kind of collaborate and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, lizard brain, gorilla arms, diamond hands, you and me, we're going to the moon together. See ya.